Wants to come out. Do you want this? Do you want to put this on? Show everyone. Do you want this or not? But no. He said no. He said no. Yeah, stay there. He's waiting for that. He put his head there. Hang about. He guided himself in on that one, Sue. Get on there. And there he goes. Look at the little bugger go. He's funny, isn't he? And he got a funny nature. Come on, beast.
I like them. They're different, aren't they?
Yeah. That's an... No, they're just...
They're characters.
There's a different characters in each dog. Look at it, Sue. Look what happens. Why is he staying with me? When he came out here last time, Sue, he went straight down that track the first time. Where is he? But guess what? I haven't tapped him. He jumped around. He was keen. We're going to go in this wood. We're going to let him open up if he wants to. But he's got to come back when told. He'll knock you off your feet. He's a big clumsy git. Get on. Come on, him. See, he's going into pointing again. Look, see him? Look at him, look. He's head up, look. And he goes into that stance, look. He goes, look. See what he does? He's lifting his head, he's going, is there anything worth chasing in front of me? Yeah, get on then. Get on, good lad. Get on. Now, I'm only telling you that I need this dog to listen to me. Once he's listening to me, I can start to trust him and let him open up even more, Sue. But at the moment, look at him. He's only ever had that one, what we call act of God, right? Where he was chasing the deer and he had to be told it's unacceptable. When you get given a command, you've got to follow through. So, look at that. How fast that dog's reacted to that, right? And he can open up, and the more he opens up, the more he'll trust me that he's not going to be in trouble because he's learning boundaries. He's learning boundaries, and that's what he's got to do. I can't have him racing off down through there. Get on him. Don't piss on me. That is not a dog that's suppressed, Sue, and scared, but that dog is trying to work out what he can do, Sue. He's trying to work out what he can do. Isn't it wonderful? We've got that safety to come in here and educate him rather than keep him on a long line, Sue.
Yeah.
Because we can give the dog freedom. But guess what the next stage is? It's to bring him out with my dogs. And that'll open him up even more and give him more confidence. But he'll still stay within that range. Now, his natural job is to go. Go like stink and hold point. But see how he lifts his head? Because he lifts his head carriage up and the wind's coming in that direction, you can feel it exactly where he's gone into the wind. Look, he's using the wind instantly, naturally. Look, he's trying to win something. And he will be gone, right? If you don't know how to read it, look. See him there? He started to go, Sue. Look, he's quartering, and he'll come into the wind. Look at the confidence coming up, Sue. But look what he keeps doing. He keeps stopping because he's using his nose like his genetic bred. He's bred for it.
Yeah.
Not bred to cock his egg and shit non-stop or piss non-stop, but he does because he's been conditioned to do it. But his job is, we're into the wind. Watch. No. What? Watch him. I'm using the wind. Look what he's doing, Sue. But where is he? I guarantee he will tell me if there's something in front of us. He's trying to work it out, look. This is dog training, not pet training. Right, see? See what he's doing? Yeah. He's getting out there and he's using the wind and he's using his natural genetics to tell him, look what he's doing, and then he'll sneak up on it Look. Right. Look, he's going. Right. Watch him. Natural ability. Watch. Look. See how he's going out there stopping. Going out there stopping. I don't want to destroy that, Sue.
No.
I can't destroy that. I'd rather give the dog back and say, here's some money. I don't want to fuck a dog up that's got that genetics. But there's a compromise. He can't take over, Sue. Come on in. Okay, what? Come on. Good lad. Why? Because he didn't do it straight away, Sue. So I only tapped him, and he's on very low. He's on 13, Sue. 13. Now, you've never been out with me with an e-collar, have you? Well, it just shows how often I use an e-collar with you. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, look at him. Now he's stayed close again because he's now saying, I don't want to go wrong, Dad. Very light I touched him, but I touched him because I asked him to do something, right? And he didn't do it instantly. And I want it instantly. So what we've done, we've conditioned him. Yeah, but that's a safety factor, isn't it? No, we've conditioned him with the collar for a month and a half. There you go. Look. He's using his natural ability. Good lad. Right, and I'm gonna call him as a good lad, Sue, when he does what he does. I don't want to stop taking that away from him. No, right. But now watch the recall. Just the recall, no button. Hold that. Just hold that there, lad. Don't press anything. Good lad. So I've paired him. I've paired him on the whistle. I've paired him on the verbal cue. And I don't want to be pressing the button all the time. But look, get on in.
Yeah, but it's comfortable, isn't it? Walking through the woods and you're not
Yeah. Look at him, look. What? Come here. Now I attached him once. Good lad. Good lad. Get on him. And I freed him again. I gave him the freedom. I'm saying to him, go on, you can do it. And you can hold point. And I'll follow you. And I'll come with you and I'll trust you. Good lad, get on. Now, the great thing is, it's reading the dog, Sue. And reading that there is telling me something. But guess what? When it goes like that, rigid, he tells me even more. At the moment, he's just going through the motion. Now, when we go back up through the wood, it's going to be completely different than going into the wind. Because they use the wind, and I didn't teach him to use the wind. It's in there. It's in there. It's like a beagle. If you go and buy a beagle and then you think it's going to stay with you, the beagle's just going to go off, tracking, using its nose. Nose on the floor. He's not. He's lifting his head, look, and he's sighting all the time with his nose as well as his eyes. And if you see movement, he takes that movement. But he also takes, look, that becomes a dangerous dog if you've got no control, Sue. Because then he gets that freedom to be saying, sod you. Oh, you have got freaking flip-flops on. Look at him. We are going in a field. We're going over here. Come on in. Good lad. Get on. Look at him. Look. Look.
Lovely stance though, isn't it?
But what's he having, Sue? He's having fun. What would you rather do, Sue? Would you rather be out with me having fun, or would you rather be in a kennel? I know you'd like a kennel.
Yeah, but I'd rather be out like that, free.
Yeah. Exactly. Look. Has his confidence a lot been lost? No, but what control I've got, Sue, by one correction at the right time on them deer. Am I saying he's perfect? No way. But guess what? Is he having a better life? Is he trained? No. We're conditioning. We're conditioning, but what we're not doing is we're not trying to stop natural ability. We're trying to tap into natural ability, right? But guess what? I haven't got a horse and I can't follow this bastard across the moors. And I think that he, and I may be wrong, the cattle in there can't go in there, look.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So now what? Come on in. Come on then. Kept it on now because he didn't listen. So I tapped him before and he didn't come straight back. He did an arc, so I was going to take him in that field with a cattle, but we can't. There was no cattle in there yesterday. So I've got a busy road there, over there, and I can't afford to lose this dog and phone the owner and say, well, by the way, unfortunately, the dog was out with me having a great time. Now, if you watch him, Sue, he acts different, coming back up into the wind. Because before the wind's coming this way, now look at him, look. He's now going out to the side a bit more. Come on. Good lad. Isn't this comfortable? I'll get you back into the wood where there's no cover. I don't care if he puts a bird up here and chases it. But if I ask him to come back, he better come back. That's the difference.
Yeah, so that's what you're doing there, you're conditioning that. When I say come back, you come back.
Yeah, that's all I'm doing. I'm saying you do what you're naturally capable of doing and show me. I won't take that away from you. But what I will do, I'll not have you taking over. And that's the important thing. Look what he's done. Whose choice is it to come to there? But we're going, that's the wind on our nose. That's a back wind. He ain't never going to steam off out there until he goes out there and works it back to me. Now, some dogs naturally have got that. You let them go further and then they turn and come back into you because they've learnt the boundary they can go. If we had 3 million acres and it was safe, we could let him go into the distance. We could put a bleeper on him, a GPS, and find him if we lost him. And he would be standing at the top of that hedge on point if he was doing his job the way he's supposed to do. Because he's supposed to go out there and work it back to me and use the wind. No different than what Soul's dog does. But Soul's dog has got more drive, more pace, cover more ground. But this leggy bastard, when he goes on something that he's fixated onto, he comes alive, number 5. So what's happening? He's learning boundaries. Who told him to come back? I didn't. But guess what? When he comes out of the car fresh, that's when he's going to be at his naughtiest. Not when he's blown himself out after 25, 30 minutes. Right, because then he's just going to do what he's doing now. Now notice how he's got his head down all the time. He's using his nose for tracking instead of head up and nose for... Look, he's not sure about that. So what's been there? Look what he finds. It's so easy. He's exploring everything. But if I walk him into the wind, he's a different dog, isn't he? He's using his nose to try and find something of interest to make him open up. He's dead clever because he conserves energy. Look, he conserves energy until he needs to chase. Good lad, get on. He uses that burst of energy to cut something down because he wants it to freeze. And he'll pull onto it. And where you haven't got control is if they carry on after it once they flush it and they don't wait for you. Look at the foot.
Yeah, lovely stance, isn't it?
Well, Springer Spaniels do it, Sue.
I know, I love that.
And they don't point, but they do if you train them wrong. You can make them false point. The skill is understanding the dog and its genetics. What it's bred for in the first place. You could take this dog out comfortably with this. With this. If I taught you for a month how to use this properly, you could take this dog out with this and not come unstuck. And we talk about the act of God, the punishment that is used in extreme situations. And if you've taught the behaviour, sometimes with some dogs you only ever have to use it once. With other dogs, look what he's doing, Sue. I stood still. What is he doing? Because he's realising the security is with me. If I'm screaming at him going down through the woods and then getting down there and grabbing hold of him and giving him an hiding, guess what he's going to do? Get confused or hardened up. Look at him. Wind's hitting you in the back of the head. You can feel it. It's just picked up. He just lifted his head in this direction and went, I liked it in that direction better, because you hunt him into the wind. But away from the wind, head down. That's why we're going to take him in that big field and we're going to say to him, what are you going to do now, son? We're going to say to him, there you go, off you go if you want. It doesn't matter if it's the farmer's cows, the farmer's sheep, the gamekeeper's birds. Imagine you took this dog on a shoot through the woods, he got onto some pheasants and was gone. He'd be chasing pheasant for the next blinking millennium until someone shot him, because he's out of control, wild dog, because he's gone feral, because no one can catch him. The idea is you don't take dogs on shoots until you can control them in a number of environments. And this is an environment that's easy to control because it's open. There's not lots of stuff here. He's got to use his nose. He's got to use his genetics. I'm going to go back into the wood, just here for a second, where he likes it, right? And I'm going to let him go, and I'm going to tap him without giving a verbal cue and without giving a whistle cue, right? Get on then. Get on. See what's happening now compared to being fresh in the wood when he had more drive. That's why you can't just go out with him for hours on end, because he'll just pace himself until he wants to chase, right? But look, he's making these decisions. I'm not making the decisions for him. He's not the same dog as when he first come in. That's not because we zapped him. That's because he has not got the energy, right? And I'm standing still. If he can hear the foot scent of me coming through here, he'll move forward with that movement. But because we're standing still, That dog has come back in and he's just here. But see the movement of my feet? He went, I know what's happening now. So the wind is picked up again now, look. And watch him. He'll lift his head if there's anything in it and pull onto it. But what I'm trying to do is, all I'm trying to do is show you how he'll respond to the collar without the verbal cue. But I first got to get him away from me. I don't want to be doing it close. I will not zap that dog, even friendly, close in. He's got to be a little bit further out, a little bit more temptation. There he goes. There he goes. And this is fine now. So what we're going to do, we're going to tap. We're going to give no whistle, no verbal on the whistle. Look, he's lifted his head. Not a problem, look. That wind's hitting you in the face, isn't it, Sue? Yeah. It's a nice breeze, right? Look, but look what he's done, Sue. He's made the decision because we stood still. Now watch. I move forward, and the confidence comes up that he can open up. Now here we go. I want him back to me now. Watch. Watch. Good boy. Good boy. That means he understands the behaviour. Yeah. That means, come on then. But guess what? That's the level that it doesn't really affect him. He's pushing through it, Sue. 10. Because he's going like that. I can cope with this. Right, with the other one, it's just a tap and he comes, I want to avoid it. But look, I just tapped him on 10. Watch. I'm not going to call him, but let's see if he understands the language of the collar. Right? But I'm not going to call him there. I wanted him to go back over there, really. Right? But he's got more interest in here. You've got no chance of him retrieving a tennis ball in here or a dummy in here, because this is higher value than the ball. And that's why I say you've got to make the ball or the dummy higher value than anything before you do this sort of stuff and let this dog have freedom. Let this dog roam. Here we go. Just to touch. Now, green light on. There. Good boy. See how sensitive he is? When he hasn't got any distractions, Sue, and the drive is down off him. Once the drive comes down, you can turn the dial down. So you can control him on 6. Once he's knackered, and he don't really want to go away from you. You with me? To find them. Because what I don't want a pet. I don't want just a pet. But if this dog hasn't got the capability to be a well-schooled dog, and all he was going to be was a pet, I want him to be a pet with freedom. But I haven't said once to Jay, this dog won't make it. What I've said, this is going to be a long haul. Good lad. Good boy. He made that choice. No collar. Right? What a happier dog for one correction. And when we say act of God, yesterday on our live feed, do you think I needed to lie about the dial up? I mean, look at it in here, how dark it is. Right? And if you like that and you catch that dog and you've got the dial there and that dog's gone and he's over there and you've dialed up, you're not looking at the dial. You ain't got time to go like that. That dog could be gone. Right? He could be gone.
Well, yeah, because as soon as you look up again...
But I know at 13, as long as there's not a big distraction, that dog's going to come back. He's going to come back. Look at him. Get on. Right? He wants to run, but look, he's not like a Springer Spaniel, is he? No. All hunting, head down, freaking going like stink. He conserves that energy, and he's tracking now. Right? Where if he comes back this way, he's lifting his head and using the wind and his height and his advantage for what he is. That's why he was genetically made that size with those legs. Look, it's a pleasure. It's not hard work. It's not like you've edited a video and you've only put up the glossy bits. Yes, I do cut out the bits that are a waste of time, that are just going to bore people to death. But sometimes you've just got to put it up in its entirety to show there's no tricks. There's no illusion of the camera, so. Right? And that's the important thing when training dogs. People don't want to see you stumbling around, putting your dummy in your bag, sitting your dog up, going out there, putting a dummy down there, taking 10 minutes while he sits there. What you do, you edit it. You show what you're going to do. You then go out there, put it out there, bring the dog back, switch the camera on, and you cut out that bit where it took you 10 minutes to walk down to the road. Else everyone's going, fucking, this is like watching paint dry.
I know it's a bit like watching the average on the TV and go make yourself a cup of tea, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. You'd go, freaking hell. But on the odd occasion, it's so important just to put up the video in its full entirety for people to see. Hang on, he's not screaming and shouting at that dog. Now, the owners will know what they had to do when they took the dog out. The owners will know what they had to do. Now, you've been with me, and I want you to be totally honest. When has that dog last been off the premises with me?
Wasn't it the first time we went in the woods?
Yeah, when I zapped him 3 days ago. But he's been in the yard, he's been out in the field at the back for a quick crap, not with the other dogs, because I wanted to make the absence of the Heartgrove Fonda. He couldn't wait to jump in the back of the car, could he? When he didn't ask him, he just jumped in the back of the car. And yet he's only been in the back of that car 4 or 5 times. And last time he went out in the back of that car, he got fried over here at 48 chasing deer. If it traumatised you, would you be getting in the back of that car?
And you brought him back to the same place as well.
And I brought him straight back to the same place on purpose. Because that's the whole point. The whole point is put them back in the deep end and say, see what happens? Let's read you. Now what he's doing, Sue, bores me shitless. Because I like a good hunting dog. I like a dog with fucking drive and showing me fantastic. Sol's dogs excite me. Not his black one. Right, look. Look, he keeps checking. He keeps looking back to say, are we going in that direction, Dad? Right? Now we're going to really, really take a chance now, see? We're gonna put him in a field that my little fat legs and fat belly ain't going to catch him if he decides to do one. And I'm definitely not going to catch him if he goes under that gate to them cows. But I tell you what, I'd stop him in his tracks. Because that's a total no-no, Sue. That would be an act of God if he did that. And it has to be, because I can't have a dog doing that, Sue. Look, have I got time to close the gate or has he be gone? Look at, he's gone, Sue. I'm closing the gate and he's gone. Hobo has gone. But watch Hobo. Independent or what? Right? He could go straight through that fence after cattle. Have I touched it? No. Good boy, Hobo. Now he can open up and run, Sue. He can run right to the top of that horizon. Because I got no problem in this field at the moment. Right, look at him. If he points on a hedge, Sue, not a problem. But if I give him a verbal cue or a whistle cue, he better listen. When we go back, that's going to be the most difficult bit, because he'll win them cattle. And if he doesn't listen to me down there, he will get an act of God, Sue. But not that I want to. And it will only be, when I say an act of God, it's the higher level that he'll respond on. And trust me, if I've got to give him one short, sharp shock, because as I'm spinning this up, I've said come here and he's not come here. I then go up another increment on the dial and tap. But if I just keep going up very, very slowly, he's going to get hardened by it. What he's got to have is a suddenly quick pap that says come back, but no way on 127. If I put this on 127 or 128 now, that idiot was talking about, that dog would freeze or scream and never trust me and never want to leave my side. That is the difference between conditioning a dog and fucking ruining a dog. And he said he doesn't make judgment. Watch. Saw the bird. He was going. Look what happened, Sue. Look at the face he's coming back. Good lad. Get on. He's learning. Isn't that beautiful?
And I'll have a rest.
I just did a freaking burst and you called me back, you fat bastard. You run out there with enthusiasm like that. But isn't that lovely, Sue? That we can take that dog. He saw that bird on the horizon. I'm going to chase that. Why? Because it's just a movement. Get on. Get on, son. Go and run and have some freedom. Is he cocking his legs so much? No, because there's not so much dog smells here. Because they're not taking him to the park. Yes, he is cocking his legs still, but he's actually becoming a dog. Look, I've not touched him. What's he done? Good boy! Where's the treats? Where's the treats, you big boon? The fun comes from my voice at this point. Hey? I bet you're glad you come out now, aren't you? And seen this goofy, ain't you? He's like freaking Pluto, isn't he?
Yeah.
Get on. Look at him. Look at the big goon. I don't want to be touching the collar all the time, but I can condition him on the collar. Watch this. Watch. I'm not going to give him a verbal cue. Good lad. Why did that make him just go like that on 13 in this field? Because there was no high temptation. There's no high temptation. So guess what? In that situation, I can go down to 10. Why? Because I'm saying to him, I'll give you lower and lower and lower as long as you respond from it. Next time he comes back, he'll come back on 10, no problem. Why? Because he feels it on the collar and he'll say yes. Did that hurt him? No. But guess what? In that wood, where that drive goes up, that bothered him. Here, he's learning through association. So that was on 13 he made that noise. And that little jump. Imagine I'd done that on 128. He'd be freezing, screaming. He'd come back with shit on his arse. And that's how evil, that's how they try to sell their ideology, that these tools are evil. Get on. Look at that. Did it hurt him? No, because he's gone off like that, Sue. Look at the size of the field, Sue. Could I catch that dog if he went? No, I couldn't. No, not at my age these days. Not in the same way I could years ago with a spaniel. Naughty little spaniel. But I've learned. Get on, boy. Get on. I'm saying to him, go and play. Go and do what you want to do. As long as you listen to me. I'm giving him freedom, look, Sue. Get on. Get on. I'm beginning to educate him, Sue. Right? Look. And look what he did. He winded it and come back across me, because now we're coming back into the wind, look, on purpose. And he's using his head carriage into the wind, look. Lift his head, he will. And that's why when he was up there and he started to go in that direction, it's because he come into the wind. The wind's picked up and changed, look. It's swinging round. Isn't this wonderful? The psychology behind this tool that they slag off so much, right? And that's only because he's had to go onto this tool because he's learned to push boundaries. Yeah.
They don't know Colin now.
No.
He's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, that don't mean Rafa won't go wrong, Sue. All dogs go wrong, even field trial champions. But it's how often they go wrong. But would I recommend somebody putting a collar on this dog for the rest of his life? No. I recommend you train him, you school him, get on. What's happened is, Jay's admitted it. He shouts at him. So he responds when you shout at him because he's a soft dog. But he don't respond when you don't shout at him. That's why we've had to train him. And that's how easy it is, Sue, to confuse the dog. Now, this is the place where you've got to be on your toes, because I've seen them win cattle and go under a gate like a freaking cat up a drain pipe. And then you're in trouble, because if they're chasing cattle and they enjoy it, Sue, you've got to be harder on them. And we don't want to do that.
But it was like those 2 dogs on that video thing yesterday, wasn't it? They were going after it.
Yeah. Because look, I know I can control that dog with that cattle, right? Right? Look at him. He's got to learn boundaries. Come on, Em. Good boy. Now, before we go, he's just going to jump in like an absolute lunatic. That's the nature of the beast. Look at him, look. Look, he wants to get in. He wants to get... Look, he loves that car. Look at him. He knows, he's telling me, I want to go in the car. Watch, watch. What are you doing, beastie? Up. Sit. Okay, Dougie. 11. We've been working on 10. I've now turned it up, Dougie, to 127. Sit up. 127. If you don't find the ball,
you're at it.
You're getting it. Dougie, get out. You're going to get it. Hobnob. Come on, Dozy. He's fucking Dozy. Here he goes. Look, look, look what he's doing. Is he going to the cattle? Is his brain clicked in to go to the cattle? No. No. But I bet he gets in the car. Have I fried him? I know trainers who use the e-collar to train dogs to get in the car, Sue.
Why?
Because they use the pressure on, pressure off method. Can you just hold that? Let's just show, don't press it for Christ's sake. It is on low. Pressure on, pressure off. Well, that worked, didn't it? You were holding the collar. Dozy banana. Ain't ya? Do you fear me, banana? Do ya? You big banana. He's a banana. Good banana. What's your honest opinion, Sue?
He's lovely, isn't he?
About Dozy?
He's lovely.
Look at him. He's just like an overgrown Springer Spaniel where they took the brain out. Dozy, I just realised something. You don't go out with me that often, do you?
No.
With dog training?
No.
No. So all those years that I used to come home from the shop and then I used to get out training with the dogs, right? You saw less of me for all them years, didn't you? Because I was out training. As soon as it could get out training, when I was driven for it and I was really mad on it, in all hours I was out training, wasn't I?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So guess what? I think that's why our relationship has lasted so well, because absence makes your heart grow fonder. Now you're with me all the time. Why are you coming out with me for a walk? Think about it. Because you've realised now you're with me all the time, that you can't live without me. Oh my God, something's on fire, Sue.
No, the truth is...
The truth is...
No, because my housework's all up to date.
Oh, you bastard. And I thought you were my friend.
So when you used to go out, I'd be running around...
Getting the housework done.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
now it's all done. I'm saying to myself, I've got time to myself, I can come out.
Yeah.
That's very nice.
It's nice to have just a stroll through the woods, isn't it?
Mm.